Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to MLB.
On MLB The Show, it's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the New York Yankees. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway, and going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Whitey Ford. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
All right, ready to go here. Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang. The pitch. On the corner for a strike, and we are underway. Next offering is in for a strike.
Guy like this can be tough. You know he's not going to try to beat you with velocity, but he's going to sink it, he's going to change speeds, and he's going to pitch backwards at times.
And here it comes.
In a game or even taking swings during batting practice, man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2. The pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now, this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
And now, number 50. And a foul ball. And the pitch. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And it is gone. That one felt good, and that gives them a lead. It's 1-0.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Willie Adames stands in. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
Goes down looking. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And the home team down a run. Back at Yankee Stadium and towing the slab in this one, Freddie Peralta. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Gone. The Rockets one to right, and we are starting over. It's 1-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Stepping in, Don Mattingly. Base hit.
Two consecutive base hits for these guys here. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Cal Ripken Jr. with 5 RBIs on 5 hits in the series coming in. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He made him pay for that one, and they add a couple more. It's 3-1.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
And up next for New York, Babe Ruth with 3 hits so far in the series, and he's knocked in 3 runs as well. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Taylor puts it away for the out, and there's one down. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. Needless to say, this is an aggressive lineup. They've drawn fewer walks than any other team in the league.
Boog, I didn't walk very much, but I'll tell you what, it drives me a little crazy to see it. I mean, we're in this modern era of baseball, and we know.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
And next for New York, Derek Jeter. 4 for 7 in the series, so he's been good. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there. Gone! He powers that one out to left. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they add to the lead. It's 5-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And now, Ken Griffey Jr. smoked on the ground a second. And they got him.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, and it looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early. Could be a great offensive day.
Jorge Posada stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one is lifted in the air. Turang gets under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. But they take the lead thanks to a 5-run outburst. Second inning coming up in the Bronx. It's the Yankees 5 and the Brewers 1. Back here in New York, new inning getting started. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. The pitch. Ford, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Struck him out looking.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Isaac Paredes now. On the ground, Ripken. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
The designated hitter, Luis Urias.
2 outs, base is empty. Luis Urias, the next to hit. There's a strike. And a pitch. Fastball right back to the mound. Throws to first. 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're down 5-1. Back here at the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the second. Now up is the Yankees DH, Jason Giambi. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. The wind of the pitch. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Taylor moving back. And it's gone! He'll touch them all. His 14th of the year. It's 6-1. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or 2 without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Lou Gehrig stepping in now for the Yankees. In the air to left center. Turang going back. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. That does it for Freddie Peralta. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New arm out of the bullpen, Adrian Hauser.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And that's a base hit. Garrett around third. He'll score, and it's now a 6-run lead. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Digging in, Cal Ripken Jr. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's 8-1, and he's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Babe Ruth stepping in now for the Yankees. He swings and fouls one off. That one ripped. And that ball is gone. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they boost their lead. It's 10-1.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Reggie Jackson stepping in now for the Yankees. The solo homer his first time. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Line drive, base hit. Reggie chugging around third. He'll score easily, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Waste no time there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Wade Miley will take over here. 32nd appearance.
Number 20, Wade Miley.
And now the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. He's 0 for 1. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that one wrapped foul.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But
there's a swing and a drive, and foul is it back. Hangs off the fence. Jeter gets his lead at first with nobody out. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Man at first. Here's a big power threat. Jorge Posada 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Boog, and the one thing about that is Speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do can...
Now this one is smoked down the left field line. On its way, if it's fair, out of here. That was a moonshot. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they add on. It's 13-1.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Jason Giambi digs in now. Hammered, base hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. And up next for New York, Lou Gehrig. Out towards right center field. And there are two down.
The first baseman, number 23, John.
Now here is Don Mattingly. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Throw is high and over his head.
Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
Cal Ripken Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Pulls that one foul.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Runners on first and third, two away. Ripped on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. But it's a huge 8-run inning for them as they open up the lead. We play two full. Back in the Bronx, on to the third inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Tyrone Taylor. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Taylor getting the start in right in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And he was a second-round pick back in 2012. Here's the 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Next for Milwaukee, Brian Anderson. In there, and it's 0-1.
It's 0-1.
And a pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. This is Bryce Terang. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time. Next pitch is popped up. Mattingly drifts towards it, puts the squeeze on it, and the inning is over. As we go to the last of the third. Here's the left fielder, Babe Ruth. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Still able to get it there in time. He keeps his composure. Singy, it was tough to tell in live action if the ball actually beat him. Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York. Here's one more look, Singy. You think they're going to overturn it? I kind of do.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance as well. I mean, the more I look at these different angles, the more I'm becoming convinced that he actually beat the throw. So it's turning out to be a pretty good challenge.
The decision's been made, and he's safe. So they overturn the call, and they get it right by taking a chance with a challenge. And here is Reggie Jackson. Lined, and that's a base hit. Ruth rounds second on his way to third. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And here is Derek Jeter. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Here's a rocket out to left. Squeezes it. Runners tagging from second and third. In comes the runner from third, and the lead continues to grow. Not in time. He's safe. Ken Griffey Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. That one ripped. And gone! He blasts one out to right. His latest homer in an incredible season. It's 16-1.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
The left-hander on now, Aaron Ashby. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. And now here is Jorge Posada. Base knock right field.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Runner on at first with one gone. Jason Giambi stepping in now for the Yankees. At a swing and a line drive at a right field. Taylor makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 4, Lou Gehrig.
So the lineup flips over, and next for New York, Lou Gehrig. On the ground, right side. And that is the third out of the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. 3 innings complete. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. As we go to the top of the 4th. Now the left fielder, Christian Yelich. The wind of the pitch. And that's in for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Number 50 getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this one. Strike one. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
One down, base is empty. Sets him down looking. Called strike three and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And the batter now, Willie Adames. Fought off foul. And the 0-1. That one fouled off. Got him swinging.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back in New York, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Don Mattingly. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double, his 4th hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Cal Ripken Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. That's hard hit in the line. Yelich puts the squeeze on that one. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Babe Ruth. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Line drive to short and caught. Throw not in time as he's able to get back to avoid the backspin. Reggie Jackson will hit next.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Rocketed out towards right center. That's a base hit. Run scores. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Runner at first with 2 away. Derek Jeter now at the plate. Back to the mound. It hit him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the left-hander's not hurt out there. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well.
think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
So 2 on with 2 away. Ken Griffey Jr. digs in now. Liner, base hit. Jackson coming home. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So digging in, Jorge Posada. That one laced to center and a base hit. Jeter around third. 1 run across, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Jason Giambi stepping in now for the Yankees. Now a screamer into the outfield. Taylor makes the grab, and that's the inning. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Yankees lead it 19-1. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. Ford back to work. Swing and a bouncer. It's in and out of his glove. And he's into second with nobody out.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and they might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
Paredes now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Strike 2.
0-2.
And the 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Here comes a pitch. Got him. Down on strikes, and he knew it.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Man at second. And there's a strike. Line drive, base hit right field. Contreras around third.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And now Tyrone Taylor. And there's the strike.
0-1.
The pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike. And down on strikes he goes. Good job at damage control right there. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees lead it 19-2. Joel Payamps comes on now. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 31, Joel Payamps.
And the batter now, Lou Gehrig. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Back up the middle and a base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now here is Don Mattingly. Line drive caught, and they tag him out.
The second baseman,
Now it's the second baseman, Cal Ripken Jr. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one is going to go. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 20-2.
Well, this thing was hooking down the line the entire way. We knew it was going to be close, and bang, right off the left field pole. That was a pretty swing, and he found a way to keep his hands inside just enough to keep it fair.
Now at the plate, Babe Ruth. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. Pulls in with a double, third hit for him today. Now it's the right fielder, Reggie Jackson. Swung on, belted. This one's got a chance. And that's going to roll to the wall. He's in safely at second as a run scores. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
So two down, Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. The run comes in from second, and they extend their lead.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Matt Bush.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least one an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Now it's going to be Ken Griffey Jr. On a line, base hit. Lead runner around second. The throw in. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way, and as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
So 2 on with 2 away. And now the big-time power threat, Jorge Posada. Well struck right field. On the warning track, and hauls it in. 3 runs on 6 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We're through 5. Yankees out in front, 22-2. Top 6. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. of the bullpen for the Yankees, Jimmy Cordero.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Makes the catch. One down. And now it's Christian Yelich. On the ground to the left. Fair ball.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Cordero, a righty that throws with power. He features a sinker, a four-seamer, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive.
Takes it to the bag. That's one. On to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the balls. He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Willie Adames. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 6th inning. In now is the Yankees DH, Jason Giambi.
Jason Giambi.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. He sends it out of here. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they add a run. It's 23-2. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Back to the top of the lineup. Down the third baseman, Lou Gehrig. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now the first baseman, Don Mattingly. Mattingly goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Knocks it down.
Second baseman, Cal Ripken Jr.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Cal Ripken Jr. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So first and second with one man gone. Babe Ruth stepping in now for the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. And first offering is fouled off. Mattingly, the lead runner out at second. Ripken over at first with one away. Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Reggie Jackson.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Rips that one to right. Taylor makes the catch, inning over. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. 7th inning coming up. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now in the Bronx. We go to the top of the 7th. Up now for Milwaukee, William Contreras. New pitcher for the Yankees. Wandy Peralta.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
And he deals. There's the strike. Peralta, a former All-Star. He features a changeup, a sinker, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Caught him looking for the K.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Paredes in the box again, takes the strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here's Luis Urias. First pitch just misses. Kicks and deals. Foul ball there.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Got it by him for the K.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
0-1. In there at the knees. Kicks and fires. Foul ball, still 0-2. And now the lefty gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And here it comes. Just outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And a pitch. And a rope into center field, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. And that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Jorge Posada stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Taylor going back on this one, and that one is out of here. He circles the bases, and they tack on 3. It's 26-2.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, James Karinchak. He's into the game with the bases empty. And now the DH, Jason Giambi. Now one out to right. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away.
The third baseman, number 4.
So the batting order turns over. Lou Gehrig stepping in now for the Yankees. Still only one out here in the inning. Lifted in the air, right center field. Terang on the move to his left and puts the squeeze on that. 2 away down.
The first baseman, number 22.
2 outs, base is empty. Don Mattingly stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground, right side. Into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Another big game. He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding the hole in the defense.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the second baseman, Cal Ripken Jr. Hard ground ball, base knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
A couple of singles back to back. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Babe Ruth stepping in now for the Yankees. Line drive. Terang makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. 8th inning coming up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We go to the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Ryan Anderson.
Ryan Anderson.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Michael King.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
King, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Ball 1, no strikes. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Garrett hauls it in for the out. That's out number 2.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Yelich, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty to the plate. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Good eye in that spot.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. And now the right fielder, Reggie Jackson. The outfield for a knock.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
At the plate, Derek Jeter. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A two-run shot, and they add a pair. It's 28-2. Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Ken Griffey Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Bounce to the right. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. So a man aboard, and up next for New York, Jorge Posada. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Taylor moving back, looking up and out of here. That's his third home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 30-2. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Bobby Milner into the game.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So up next, Jason Giambi. This one smashed down the right field line, and it goes just foul.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
He takes it on his own. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
So digging in, Lou Gehrig. On the ground, right side. What a stop. And very nicely done for the out.
The first baseman, number 22,
And next for New York, Don Mattingly. Ripped on a line. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that'll do it. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. Last chance coming up for the Brewers. Back at Yankee Stadium, we go to the 9th. And here's the first baseman, number 50. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed. Quite a threat I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? New pitcher on here, Jonathan Loaisiga.
And he's been fantastic this year, really stingy in terms of allowing base runners. He's just got great stuff that's tough to square up. First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner at first with no outs here. Oh, 0-2 now. He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Contreras, batting with one down, takes a strike. On the ground, could be two. He flips it to second in time. Back to first, double play. And that's the ball game.
Another day, another win. I really think these guys have forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaum.